Good day everyone! Today we're going to talk about Gross Domestic Product or GDP, which is a key tool to evaluate a country's economic performance, which is utilized by regulators, entrepreneurs, and businesses all over the world. So let's get started and learn everything about GDP.
GDP is the overall amount of goods and services that are generated within a country's geographic limitation during a particular period, normally a year.
GDP growth is commonly utilized as a significant measurement for evaluating the effectiveness of a government's budget policies. GDP growth indicates that the economy is increasing or that people are generally much better situated. GDP is decreasing. It might represent a downturn or economic slowdown.
In its simple definition, GDP refers to the total amount of expenditure or income of all people in an economy.
These are the example when you buy grocery at the market and supermarket.
Studying in college, use public transportation, buy medicine, eat at a restaurant, buy from street foods, vendors, run a business, make payments of tax and many others. The total that you spend on what you bought or paid for this is what adds to the GDP of the Philippines, and almost everything we see around is included in GDP. GDP is calculated as follows: consumption plus investment plus government spending plus export of goods and services.
So let's learn about consumption. Consumption is one of the important components of GDP. It refers to the amount of money being spent by individuals and families on products and services over a particular time, usually a year. Purchases such as appliances, clothing, food, and public transportation.
This is where the entire company's expenses, purchase land, machinery, or equipment become relevant. It's additionally where individuals purchase a house or renovation.
Next, consider government spending. These are the overall government cost for infrastructure projects such as roads, bridges, schools, and other structures. In addition, military weapons and manpower costs as well as financial assistance for healthcare or welfare programs are included. After that, consider government employee salaries and the cost of operating government institutions.
Finally, we have the net exports or trade balance. It refers to the difference between a country's export and imports of products and services. Net exports have generally been a negative contributor to GDP in the Philippines, indicating that the value of imports has exceeded the value of exports. It illustrates the fact that the Philippines is a net importer of products and services and has traditionally depended on imports to supply domestic demand.
GDP increases when the economy is doing well. If not, it decreases or shrinks.
Yet, the GDP has a flaw because it fails to consider people's equality or the equality of life of each individual, and also the activities like volunteering, unpaid, care work, illegal activities, etc.
In conclusion, gross domestic product is a fundamental concept in economics, and it's essential for understanding a country's economic health. While GDP is a useful measure, it is important to recognize its limit and use it in combination with other indicators that represent an economy's and society's overall well-being. We hope this presentation has given you a better understanding of GDP, how it's calculated, and its importance in the global economy. Thank you for listening and goodbye.